Welcome to Naked Spirituality, a video blog series of sacred attention therapy and the Center for Human Awakening. My name is Rob Meager. For more information about sacred attention therapy, the Center for Human Awakening, and our video blog series, please visit our website at www.centerforhumanawakening.com, and center is spelled C-E-N-T-E-R. These video blogs support one of the Center's core activities, which is collaboration and partnership with individuals, communities, and healing centers practicing personal growth and spiritual development. And our guest today is Keleena Malnar, and we will be speaking with Keleena about her healing work. And I'd now like to invite Keleena to come on screen. Hello, Keleena.
Hello.
It's nice.
I'm so grateful for you.
It's nice to meet you, and it's nice to be with you. Thanks for joining me.
Same here, likewise. Thank you for having me.
I hope you'll allow me to introduce you to everyone watching and listening by reading just a small portion of your bio from your website. And again, this is just a précis. This is just a little bit to give people just a beautiful flavor of who we're speaking to today. It shares on your website that representing the divine feminine, Keleena Malnar came to Earth at this time to assist the great shift by bringing heaven to earth through the expression of her love in purity, light, divinity, and grace. In essence, her path is to teach love and help raise the vibrations of love upon the planet. Having received many unique abilities since early childhood, she is clairsentient, clairaudient, clairvoyant, and claircognizant. Keleena works with angels and the divine, including Mary Magdalene, Yeshua, and the Divine Mother, many goddesses, Archangel Michael, the Ascended Masters, and more. She's a certified level 3 Reiki energy healer. She also carries healing energies such as Mahatma and shamanic, for instance, through which she helps elicit clients' natural healing abilities for physical healing and physiological healing. One of Keleena's most recent abilities, and the cornerstone of her current work with clients, is that of light language. And it mentioned at the beginning of that bio that I took from the website, it mentioned about this grand shift, that you've come to Earth at this time to assist in the, quote, grand shift. What is this grand shift, Keleena?
It is the ascension process, the grand shift for humanity, Mother Earth, and all souls. It's my core reason for being here. And also, my other core reason is to also assist twin flames on their path as well.
Okay. Your website speaks a lot to twin flames. Actually, I'm going to pick right up with that. What is it about that work that allows it to express itself through you and through the work you do?
I am a Blu-ray Indigo twin flame.
Okay.
So for me, I've gone through the process of ascension with the twin, but not physically in the same place.
Right.
We are in different physical areas, different physical parts of on the earth. But the whole process is a little bit different than those that would just connect that are soulmates, because it's actually more of a process that it's an awakening when you meet the twin, and it's some people say it could be painful, but it's a deeper. It's like it goes deep into the roots, and it goes at a much faster process to propel you forward on your ascension journey. And for some people, they meet, and it's almost like an explosion of just energetic connection. So it is a different process than just when two soulmates meet, or others that have chosen to do the journey on their own. So
now, you've spoken, or it mentions in your bio, about these unique abilities that you've been gifted and aware of this gift from early childhood. And it mentions the clairsentient, the clairaudient, the clairvoyant, the claircognizant. Keleena, what was it like as a child, as a young child, to be made aware of those gifts?
As a small child, it was hard seeing angels and beings and other people physically with my sight, and I had the feeling of the energies around me as well, because I was raised as a Catholic child, so you couldn't express those things to others because it was not considered a good thing. Angels were okay, but the other things that I saw would have been considered, in the term of evil. But it really isn't. We're just saying what's on the other side of the veil. And my hands as a child were so hot that they were sweaty. And in school, at elementary school, when you had to have a partner for dancing or doing things, and just holding hands with someone else, they didn't want me to be their partner because they were so hot. They thought there was something wrong with me. So it was kind of a lonely child, and I was raised in a large family of 9 children. But I was still the only one that was like that. I felt very lonely. I pretty much stayed to myself. I didn't feel like I connected to the others in my family either. But we choose our families for a reason, and it actually has propelled me forward in my life on this journey.
You work with a lot of angels, a lot of divine spirits. So just a few that are mentioned: Mary Magdalene, Yeshua, the Divine Mother, other goddesses, Archangel Michael, and other ascended masters like Mahatma. Do you find when you work with these divine beings that you work with them as a collective offering, or do you usually work with them one-on-one? Are they polite and invite themselves in one by one, or do they all come rushing in?
It's funny that you say that, because for a long time I was like, oh, so and so is here, oh, so and so is here, and when I would talk to my friends, and when they work through me, because we're conduits as healers, the energy works through us. And I would see like one at a time or two at a time, and then I always have angels. I've had angels, thousands of angels around me since I've been very young. I've never understood why. I do know why now, but I need to get into for here. But I have so many here right now already, because they're all starting. The energy's coming in behind me. But what they did, and one of my videos that I've done this past year, is they were behind me, and they all presented themselves as individuals, and then I saw all of them just come together as one. And so they were showing me that we all work as one, and that we connect to the one. They visually, it was a visual. It happened on one of my videos, and I was like, wow. So I can get the energy of one of them at a time, but it's actually the energy of all. And when you think about it, when you accept it from the Sacred Heart, we know it's the energy of all.
Your website talks of working with these divine beings in some of the services you offer, but there's also some other, I'll call them complementary services you offer. Can you speak a little bit to what you may offer to someone, what they can look forward to if they worked with you?
Yes. Well, it's funny because so much still comes through me that I'm not aware of, and it's whatever your higher self asks me to bring for you at that moment. But the stuff that I do talk about is the light language that I do. It's a very healing as it comes through. It comes through in light and sound frequencies and vibrations and stuff. And it's already coming through, and I'll be speaking some of it here in a little bit. But what the light language I've just found out recently, I needed to know my whole purpose with it myself because I never knew why I was doing it. So I finally got the answer about 2 weeks ago. And what the light language does is it actually, when I'm tuned into your own energy, and one of my jobs here to do is to assist with ascension, is to move people from the ego to the sacred heart and onto into your authentic self. And we are authentic. We are living from the sacred heart. So the light language that comes through specifically for you is to shift you and move you forward in that process of ascension to step into your own authentic self. It's like that push to propel you. It's very healing because what it does is it pushes you into purification. And that purification process of to start releasing the layers that have been placed upon us since childhood, and to release the dark, and all the things that we've gone through, and even past life situations that connect and out. Everything starts releasing. You purge. Your body's cleanses. All your body's cleansed, and it pushes you forward in your process. And that's just part of it. And also, I have that capability of the visual of seeing your chakras, seeing which ones are working or not, being able to get into them and open them and remove the energy blocks, find the root cause of the issues so that they surface within you, because you are required to do your own work when I'm done with you of removing the blocks that are found. So I won't do everything for you, but I will start you on your process. And there's so much more. There's a lot of healing comes through. A lot of people receive physical healing that have had ailments. And it's basically what most of the people, with the feedback that I receive, is that so many people say within just days they shift. They feel themselves shift. And it starts their process and they feel like a whole new person. But then they do go through, some go through 30 or 40 days of this cleansing period. And it takes you to the next ascension levels. But it's there's so much more. I can't remember what's written on the website, but the feedback's been good.
Now, this technique or approach or modality with the light language, Keleena, was that a natural extension, integration, synergy of the clairsentience, the clairaudient, the voidance, the claircognizance, or was it related to something completely different? How did this light language come about? How did you start working with it?
Well, as I went through my own ascension process and reached a higher level of light, because you have to be on a higher level, a higher vibration. We have to stay at a high frequency to be able to bring it through. And from what, as I've gone into meditation, I've actually asked for clarity on it. We have to be in a very, very, very high level or high frequency to receive in this way. And well, I know I do. I can't answer for others, but because I speak multiple languages. Others that I have met speak 1, 2, or 3. I can't even tell you how many numbers of light languages they come from all different origins out in the universe and beyond. They're saying and beyond. And some, and I'm hearing 144th chakra is where I've gone to receive some of them. So for me, that's kind of a shock because I didn't even know there was 144. I'm like, oh, okay. So it kind of happened within the last, I would say 20 months maybe, that I started speaking it. And slowly I opened up to it, and within probably, I'd say 6 weeks to when I started speaking it, because I woke up speaking it, my angels and guides pushed me to put a video out. And I'm like, oh, okay. And it actually released fear that I had. It was like the one last fear that I had of placing myself, my authentic self, out to everyone else. Because where you have that fear of what are people going to think. But I went through the process of it didn't matter because they can think what they wish to. I know who I am and why I'm here, and I'm here to help. So in service. But that's how it came forth. It came through them from the ascension process, and everyone is capable of speaking it. Everyone. I believe everyone will at a certain point. From what I've seen, everyone will.
It feels consistent with other teachings that suggest it's a mandatory process, but only the time in which we choose to take it is optional. We all go through it. Call it what you want. Call it ascension, call it enlightenment, call it light language, we all will go through it. It's just the time and place at which we do is really up for us to embrace. And it can be workers like yourself that can help guide people along if they choose to get on that path. Now, Keleena, if people wanted to get in touch with you or needed to get in touch with you, how would they do so?
They could go to my website. It's www.keleenamalnar.com.
Okay.
I also offer free YouTube videos where I do light language with some healing in there. I also do energy readings, and I have some meditations, and my YouTube is just Keleena Malnar. I try to keep everything simple, and they can find me on Facebook the same.
Okay. And by email?
My email is kkdloves@gmail.com.
Wonderful. We'll make sure, Keleena, to have all of that scrolling in the credits at the end.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Keleena, thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm grateful for you.
I'm pleased we were able to share this time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.